Oh man, there is so much going on in the world today. I don't know what to say. Say. All I know is God be with you all and your posterity. Today is a very interesting day here in the metropolitan area of Chicago. We want to talk about shootings. And these shootings were due to young people wanting to stretch out a little bit and show how, I don't know, angry they are with their other enemies. All right? What I'm about to say, though, may upset all y'all. So, uh-oh. Hello, everybody. Sirwalterj Jones Show. I'm here. It is the evening edition. Baby, come on in the water. Oh. Come on in, the water is fine. The water. No, the water ain't fine today. We got some problems. 99 of them here in Chicago. And I want to talk about them because what's going on here is something that is surprising some of y'all. But if you live here, you know a little bit about what I'm talking about here. Okay? This ain't nothing that is surprising to me whatsoever. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Mitzi and Pitts and James. Yeah, it don't surprise me, Keisha. Not at all. Not at all. All right? And I'm going to tell y'all why it don't surprise me whatsoever. Because I lived in Chicago, for many years. Many years I lived here, and I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. I've seen some people come out of the terror and the grips of poverty and pull themselves up by their own bootstraps and live in prosperity and live an affluent life. At the same time, they went back and grabbed others who were less fortunate than themselves. And then I saw those who were living the La Vida Loca, okay, and then went down into poverty and stayed there for a long time. And then there was my family, the Jones family. I'll talk about them in just a minute. For those of you who are watching right now, you probably have heard that Chicago has had a mass shooting among African Americans. When you hear about mass shootings, you usually think about a little white boy who goes into a white school and starts shooting up his white friends. That didn't happen here. This was a car that pulled up to a funeral home that I'm very familiar with. My grandmother laid in state at that same place there in that area there. And apparently the person who they were mourning was this is probably the case because I've seen this for over 35 years in Chicago. It probably was a gang member who was the deceased. And the word was that the people told the police that there will probably be a shooting. I'm doing good, launching deep. Thanks for asking. They told the police that there probably will be a shooting, and so there was the police car already stationed in front of the funeral home. Okay? They were there. And then what happened was a black car pulled up, and there were several boys in the car, and they began to shoot at the people that was out in front. Okay? What I've been seeing is that they said it was mostly women that were shot. 14 people were shot, and they said their bodies was laying all out on the ground, and they had to ship these bodies to about 5 area hospitals. Okay? We don't know if anyone died yet. They said they don't know whether it's male or female. They don't know, but they have someone in custody. All right. Now, shootings at funerals actually is not as uncommon as you think in Chicago. Yes, Pitts said that the cop car was there. All right, because they know. Now, for those of you who don't live in Chicago, let me give you a little history here. Keisha said there was 2 different funerals at the same time. All right. Now, these are Chicago people who live here, so listen to them. They are correct. All right. Shooting at funerals happened a lot in Chicago. All right. I've witnessed them myself in high school. You're at a funeral, and then before you know it, bam, 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 they're shooting bullets inside the funeral home. All right. I was when we were burying my grandmother, when we were burying my grandmother last year, next door they were having a funeral, and they went in there and started shooting. Understand? This is something, Marty, that's kind of typical, and this is why when a gangbanger dies and have a funeral, the cops are usually there already because they know how this works. Not understanding why someone would want to get revenge on a dead body. My brother Roddy and I witnessed in a funeral where they walked inside the funeral home and they opened the casket and started punching the dead body and knocked the casket over because of a rivalry with gangs. Yes. Now, what is that? Well, I'll tell you what that is in a minute. Now, as of yesterday, Donald Trump was saying, what the hell is going on in Chicago, as he usually do when he thinks about Chicago. He thinks it's all about shooting and killings and what have you. All right. And he says, I'm sending troops. The mayor and the governor says, no, you ain't. You're not doing that. And they have it's almost a day late and $1 short because they went against Trump saying sending troops here. And then this happened today, and then now the governor, the mayor's voice is softened. Yesterday she was like, "Hail to the," all right. Today she's like, "Well, we wouldn't mind some partnership." All right. Now y'all know when I talk about Laura, you gotta watch because her mouth. She says, "Well, we can work with some partnership, but you cannot do what you did in Oklahoma." Is that Oklahoma where they have the troops out there and they're arresting people? It's the secret police, and they're detaining these people, and all they got is police on there, and we don't know where they're coming from. All right, so Donald Trump wants to send troops to Chicago, and legally he cannot. This is all about states' rights. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It's about states' rights, and there must be some kind of emergency bill, like he did the emergency bill a few months ago because of this pandemic, that must be signed. Other than that, Portland, Oregon, thank you. Other than that, you can't send troops to a city because you're the president. You can't do it. That is unconstitutional, and things must be changed. So bringing the troops here to Chicago to stop the violence is like me spitting on the forest fire thinking that it's going to put out the fire. Yeah, y'all understand what I'm saying? Seattle. Okay, which one is it? Portland, Oregon? Okay. Seattle. Okay, yeah. All right, right. Patrick Edward, the states must request it. That's exactly it. All right, and it's not the president's job. The governor calls out the National Guard. Right, that's where his limit is. The National Guard. The governor can't call out the troops. No, but he can call it the National Guard. The president is the commander in chief of the 5 branches of the military, so he can deploy soldiers, but he can't. He still have he doesn't have jurisdiction, no rights and privileges to just deploy them anywhere in the United States. All right, he can do it around the world almost, but he can't do that here in the United States. Again, it's all about states' rights. So as it pertains to Chicago, blessed to you, shouting Gale. Yeah. So as it pertains to Chicago, we don't know what we're going to get. But let me tell you, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Because I talked about this a few days ago, maybe last week or so, when I talked about how the government is trying to fight a spiritual problem with a natural solution. Y'all understand what I'm saying? You're trying to, it ain't gonna work. Good attempt. All right. We appreciate you trying to do what you can to help us over here, but it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And let me tell y'all about you black folks and you Black Lives Matter folks. All right, here's a community alert that was given to me. Let me see if y'all can see that. All right, this was a community alert sent to me by a dear friend who part of the police department. All right, her brother is, and it's talking about the vehicle hijackings here in Chicago. All right, I'm gonna read that in a minute. All right, he wants to send Homeland Security. I believe they can operate in states. Not 100% sure. Homeland Security job is for something. I don't want to turn this into a legal fight, y'all. The Insurrection Act that the POTUS is trying to use. Yes, there you go. Like I said, so you just can't deploy them. There must be an act that he must execute, which then gives, which frees the hands of the governors. All right. Now, I support these acts because you may have a stubborn governor who may put the state in danger. So then the executive branch must override the governor. All right. Look what happened in the Civil Rights Act, the Civil Rights fights in the 1960s. And we just lost two of the great men, Reverend C.L. Vivian and, of course, the Congressman, Senator Lewis. All right. They got beat and they got spit on and the dogs bit them and all kind of stuff. All right, because they were at the courthouse trying to get this done, and the governor at the time was trying to stop them from entering into the courthouse or to try and vote, what have you. And it was the president of the United States who had to intervene. Do y'all understand? No one can come into a state without a governor request. Yes. Whereas the Department of Defense is charged with military actions abroad, the Department of Homeland Security works in the civilian sphere to protect the United States within, at, and outside its borders. There you have it right there. Did y'all see that? Okay. She was allowing the agents. Yes, Keisha, that's what I said earlier in the show. She says, let's work together. She says, but I'm going to let y'all in, but you cannot be unlawfully arresting people and detaining them. You understand what I'm saying? Good to see it, even in 2020. All right. So this community alert says this alert gives notice to the community of the 3rd, 4th, and 6th districts of recent reported vehicle hijacking incidents. So they're hijacking cars out here, and mostly for people who are pulling their cars up to gas stations. They said approaching citizens while they park their vehicles or pulled into gas stations. They then demanded their vehicles and property. In 2 of the incidents, shots were fired, but no injuries were reported. And then it gives a list of all of the addresses and what time these things happen. And it happened. You would usually think that this stuff happens at night. This stuff is happening during the day, in the afternoon. One happened at 4 in the morning. One happened at noon. All these things are happening here, okay? But what's shocking here is it says, who are the offenders? They say 4 to 6 males, African Americans. They're about 5 feet, very thin, is usually thin fools, and they are from the ages of 10 to 17 years old. 10 to 17 years old. Who are these kids who are out here carjacking and shooting innocent citizens? Has supplied guns at the gangs? Yeah, we talked about that in Chicago a lot, about supplying the guns, okay? And the trains, the cargo trains are parked in Inglewood and Auburn, Gresham, and Roseland, wherever they park those cargo trains there, and they have it's full of ammunition and weaponry, and they park them in the neighborhoods because they know that these fools are gonna break into them. All right, because crime is king, like cotton. Yes. So this is what's happening here. Yeah, Patrick, Joshua, your son is 10. He's 10. And can you imagine your son out here carjacking folk? Can't hardly drive. Can't even see above the steering wheel. That devil is bold. Yes. All right. So this is a problem, y'all, that that we dealing with here, not just here in Chicago. Even though we're not on the top 10 list of the most dangerous cities, 14 people got shot today. That's a mass shooting, y'all. Why? Because of revenge. And they got mowed down. Okay? Now, let me ask you, will you see a citywide Black Lives Matter marching tomorrow? Huh? Will you see a citywide Black Lives Matter march tomorrow? Huh? Can y'all put in the comments? Huh? Will you see one tomorrow? Huh? You won't, Patrick? Huh? You won't, Pitts? Huh? Marion? Huh? Michelle Carter? No? Huh? Travell? No? Turkey? Stroud? No? L? No? Deborah Howe? No? Ursula? No? Huh? Donna? You doubtful? Cindy? No? Huh? Oh, Ray Charles could see that, huh? Some Amber? No? I haven't seen this longer than huh? Not one. Really? No, Keisha? No, Marlon? What? Not for this incident, but for something else. So help me out here, Lorraine. Help me out. Not their fight, Pastor Pierre. So help me out. Can y'all help me out, Jackie? Can Jackie? Can y'all help me out with this thing? Black lives only matter when white folks. Oh, I see. See, because the last I checked, if you go on my wall, you'll see people saying that I was wrong because I says 14 people got shot today, and I says at a funeral. You know why? I said because Black Lives Matter, and folk went off on me. Why? Can y'all tell me why they went off on me? Said don't blame this on Black Lives Matter. Donna? Huh? Ooh, Donna. Yeah. Can y'all tell me why the folk went off on me? Because I says these kids got shot because, Black Lives Matter. Why'd they go off on me? Can y'all tell me? Why me? Why me? Can y'all tell me? I know why they went off on me. Let me say something to y'all. Now, y'all know I don't care about what y'all think about me, right? Huh? Chevelle? Yeah. Y'all know I don't care about what y'all think about me and what I say. And what y'all think that I said. Huh? Y'all know that, right? You know I don't give two dead flies about the negative thumbs, the thumbs down that is on YouTube right now. You think I don't care, right? Right? So I'm going to say whatever I'm going to say with the hopes that it's going to help you. I ain't scared of nobody. My father is a bold man. I saw a man point a gun in my father's face. Okay? And he said, come closer. Bring it closer. Yeah. Now shoot me in the head. Make sure I stop breathing. You understand what I'm saying? I saw my father do that. And I said, that is the craziest man I ever seen in my life. And you know how your parents used to say God takes care of fools and babies. Yeah. I think I got that from my daddy. Because a man pulled up to my house one day with a sawed-off shotgun. All right? I had a saxophone in one hand and I had another thing in the other hand. Keyboard thing it was, and I was on my way into the house to kiss my babies. All right? And he pulled up to me with a sawed-off shotgun. He says, give me your stuff. Give me your money. I says, really? Really, dude? Really? I said, you know what? Here. take these $2 and buy you something. That's what I did. I said, take these $2 and buy you something. And I turned around with my back to him, put my key in the door, and went in the house. He looked at me like, this nigga is crazy. He said, okay. And then he walked away. And when I got in the house, I told my wife at the time, and she started crying. Oh my God. He could have killed you. I said, yeah, you know what? He could have killed me. I wasn't even thinking about that. I wasn't thinking about it. I guess I was so in control of the power of God over my life, I just knew that my time wasn't ready yet. I might have been a fool, but I just felt like I ain't gonna die right out here with some fool want to rob me with a sawed-off shot. I ain't gonna die right here. I got some work to do. Yeah, here, take the $2 and go do something with the $2. Get you some chicken or something. All right? And I thought about that. I'm like, where did I get that from? Let me tell y'all something about the black to the lives to the matter. I'm going to need you Negroes to stop spending so much time trying to save black folks. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm going to need y'all to stop spending so much of your time trying to save black folks. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. Why? Every time we talk about we need to buy black, we need to stop buying white folk stuff and buy black. Okay, then my black behind builds and puts up a store in my black community. Am I screaming? Good. My black behind put my black self, go downtown, get me a license to do business in my freaking black community, and I set up a store. And then a white man who got a blue on killed somebody 1,000 miles away from me. And then your black behind and your kids come in my neighborhood and bomb my business because you mad because 1,000 miles away a white man killed an unarmed black man. And you want me to continue to lose all of my savings to save the black race. Heck to the no. That's not happening no more. And I told my children, stop it. Enough. Stop it. Don't do it. I'm taking care of me, Walter Jr., Walter Jr., Rebecca Olivia Jones, and that baby that's growing in her womb. You understand what I'm saying? Those are the folks I'm taking care of. I'm tired of taking care of y'all. I'm tired of all this Black Wall Street, man. It ain't gonna never happen because right now, if I go outside my house and walk a mile up and down Michigan Avenue, my Walgreens is burned. My Chase Bank is burned. My Family Dollar is burned. The liquor store that I don't visit is burned. You understand what I'm saying? And these Negroes didn't even check to see if a black man owned it or a white man owned it. They didn't care. They were so full of evil, they wanted to rape and pillage and burn and loot whatever was in their path like fire ants on the floor of the forest. And those fire ants are traveling north, and whatever's in the way will die. Birds and rattlesnakes were overtaken by fire ants because they were in the way. And that's the way these looters were. It didn't matter if you were black or white. They didn't have time to check your license. They burned you because they were full of evil. You can send the National Guard here all you want to, but the murder rate ain't going to go lower. 2,000 shootings have happened since today. From January until now, 2,000 shootings. And 400 people died. It's the end of July. It's the end of July. 400 people died. So you want me to take the monies that I've saved for my children and my grandchildren, open up a business so that your kids can burn it down? Oh, no, that ain't happening. That's not happening. No. Black Lives Matter is an organization full of gay folks. Start off with 3 gays, all right, who purpose was to destroy the fabric of the black family. Get rid of the man. Get him out of there. He don't belong in that house. Get him out of there and make sure the women rule and reign supreme in the homes and in the neighborhoods. This is children of the freaking corn. That's what you're following, the organization. And then there's the people who say Black Lives Matter. You don't have time to decipher which one it is, though. So when I put Black Lives Matter up there, you get upset because, see, don't blame it on the Black Lives Matter. What? I thought Black Lives Matter. Well, which one is it? Why do I have to spend time trying to figure out which one it is? Huh? And that's why I say I don't even say it no more. And you churches grabbed a hold of that mess. And you say, they grab this and put this on the church door and put this on your doors and put this in the windows. Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. Let's shut up. My lives matter and my children's lives matter. My grandchildren's lives matter. You fend for yourself. You fend for yourself. You understand what I'm saying? I'm tired. I'm worn. And I'm closer to the grave right now than I am from the birthing canal. My life is too short. Not doing it. Sorry. Not doing it. They hate men. Yes. So now tell me, how do black men like? Yeah. And y'all joining this stuff. You just joining this mess and not even, you was too lazy to Google it to find out what they stood for. That's how lazy you were. And you out there marching and looting and what have you. Meanwhile, in my neighborhood, the gangs are killing each other and these kids are dying because the gangs don't know how to shoot. And then the next day, ain't nobody marching. Miss me with that. Miss me with it. Miss me. Miss me. Now we can't even buy the baby, no diapers. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And mama and grandmama had medicine at Walgreens and they couldn't get their medicine. Couldn't get it. Why? Because you burned it down. Now they got to find a way to go miles out of the neighborhood to find a way to get, they got to get another prescription from the doctor. Then they got to, because Negroes, miss me with it. Miss me with it. So when you see stuff on the wall about it, you can't blame, you got to blame it on system. It's a systematic racism and bias this and discrimination and blah, 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 blah. Listen, Negro, you 65 years old. Is that the playbook you still reading out of? Huh? You 65 years old. You still playing out of that book? You are a fool. You are a fool. My father raised 9 kids on the west side of Chicago, in the heart, the dividing line of the disciples and the vice lords, and the El Rookins, and the Peastone Rangers. We were on the dividing line. We had to walk to school, a couple miles to school, across the dividing line of the 2 most dangerous gangs on the west side. And there was a couple times I had to run home. One time they chased me down the street and they hit me and knocked me to the ground and took my book bag. Next time they asked me who you run with, who you running with, what's your gang sign, all this stuff. We had to go through that on the west side. You understand what I'm saying? Wondering after school, am I going to get beat up or attacked or robbed or shot in the head? This was in the 70s and 80s. Understand? My father had to raise 9 kids through that. Okay? Now, but my father didn't say, well, because of systematic racism and biases and coverts and overts and all this crap. I'm sorry, kids. You can fend for yourself. No, my father said, bring your black behind home right after school. Don't stop at your friend's house. Don't go to the skating rink on Chicago Avenue in Pulaski. Don't go to the ice cream parlor. Bring your black behind home. And we brought all 9 of our black behinds home. You know what I'm saying? I think you are correct. That personal responsibility is a big part of it. Come on. And then when the street lights, before the street lights came on, my father made sure we all were in the house. Mama co-signed it. You understand? If the street lights were on and we were caught outside, there was a leather belt going across our behind. Do you understand what I'm saying? 9 kids in the heart of the hood. And we all, when the street lights were on, we were inside looking. Our noses was up against the window pane because we're looking at our friends who was allowed to stay outside after the street lights were on. And they're up and down riding the bike, wee, wee. And they going, la, 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 Walter got to stay in the house, la, 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 la. Look at those Jones boys, those nerdy Jones boys, got to dress up every Sunday to go to church, and they got to pray and play their instruments and all, la, 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 la. Fast forward, 25, 30 years later, I saw them same friends that I saw 30 years prior that was up and down the street at midnight and the parents didn't care. Can y'all tell me where them friends, where I saw them at? Can y'all tell me where I saw them same friends? Because I used to do jail ministry. Guess where I saw them friends? And the ones that were not in jail, they were on the street corner. And when they looked at me, they said, whoa. Man, your face ain't changed a bit. You look the same. You still look like you 18. And I looked at them and I says, yeah, but you look like you 75. Their eyes, you get blinded by the glass in their eyes. Their skin is so hard and coarse. When you shake their hands, it cuts you because of the calluses on their hands. And the fingernails, you can see where they burnt from whatever substance they were using. They look like the walking dead. And they still outside at 12 o'clock. And they got children all over the country. Same kids. And whenever I see those, my friends, I say to my daddy, thank you. For what, son? Don't worry about it. Thanks, Dad. All 9 of us, we look at my daddy every time we see him and say, thank you, Dad. You beat hell out of us. But look at us today. And the friends that I don't see, I gotta go to the grave site because that's where their final resting place is. My father raised 9 children in the heart of the West Side, gang-ridden, and bullets will go across the trees. You could hear the bullets glistening through the trees. When I was a little boy, we saw 2 men get shot right in front of the house, shot dead in the head. Bullets going across our head. Our house being broken in a few times. Okay, seemed like every year they was breaking in our house, and 9 kids was afraid of their father. They feared and respected their father, and we ran home. And my father never, ever brought up systematic racism, biases, discriminations. He never brought all that stuff up as an excuse. We knew that stuff was out there, but he never said, this is why we're poor, because of systematic racism. Now, my father, no. What did he do? He put his money where his mouth was. He started buying up property in that neighborhood. white folks start getting up out of there real with the quickness. He said, give me the keys. Give me the deed. I'll pay for it. I'll buy it. I'll buy it over time. Give me a 30-year mortgage, but I want that place. And he bought one, then he bought another one, then he bought another one, then he bought another one, then he bought a building. He just started buying up property. Never once out of his mouth said, systematic racism is why y'all poor today. And he told us, pull yourselves up by your own bootstraps. No son of mine gonna be out there robbing and pillaging and killing and shooting all that stuff. No, it ain't happening. And my father was packing. My father had weapons of mass destruction in the house. You understand what I'm saying? He had weapons. I discovered it a few times when I was a little boy. I said, whoa, what is this tall thing there? Oh, that was just a rifle. Oh, he had weapons. He believed in making sure he protect his family. Thank God he never had to use it. Systematic racism. Black Lives Matter. Miss me with all of that. Miss me with all of that. So how am I raising my children? The same way my father raised me. My son is an upstanding, law-abiding citizen. Walter Jones Jr. He says yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, and he tips the waiters and waitresses. All right? He obeys the law. He lives in Atlanta, Georgia. He's raising my grandson. All right? My grandson will be just like his father and grandfather. Systematic racism. How long you going to play that role? Huh? How long that's going to be your excuse for why these kids are doing this? This is bad parenting. That's what it is. Bad parenting. Bad. Horrible parenting. These are latchkey kids. Father gone, mother working several jobs, or if the mother or the father was at home, what they poured into these little 10-year-old kids who were robbing me, what they pouring into these kids, they're afraid of these kids. And they allowed this to happen. All right, excuse that. They allowed this to happen. All right, excuse that. And they keep excusing stuff. Before you know it, it's too late. They have gone buck wild. The fire ants are coming to your town. You can't stop them. Once they leave the tree, you cannot stop the fire ants. You can't stop it. And it's going to kill everything in their path. Its path. Understand? So you can bring the National Guards, Homeland Security, Off-Land Security, the Mars Security. You can bring Barney 5 with the one bullet in the pocket. Okay? You could call in CSI, Miami, and New York, and Illinois. Bring them all in here. It's not going to work. I'm sorry. So what I suggest you do is raise up your own family, protect you, your house, and your surrounding. I suggest you do that because you about to lose everything trying to save a hoe. Captain Save a Hoe. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. To bust your bubble. Because another wave is coming. Another storm is coming. And you so busy out there trying to save every black man in America. And you're going to lose. You understand what I'm saying? You going to lose. Because our house is divided. Do you understand what I'm saying? Our house is divided. And when a house is divided, there's nothing you can do about it, especially when you let this go on for a whole 2 generations. This happened over 2 generations, y'all. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. I ain't listening to none of y'all. Not doing it. Not doing it. No. This is the heart thing, Tam. This is a heart thing. Some of these kids have suffered mental stress, adverse childhood experiences, ACE, post-traumatic stress disorder. And they saw this stuff on the streets and nobody got them the mental help that they need. Right now, statistics show that there's not many African Americans who are entering into the psychology field. Now, there's a whole lot of psychology students and people who graduate with a psychology degree who are black, but not many of them at all are entering into private practice. They're not. So when a black person I was watching in NBC News. It was who comes on at 5:30. What's his name? The nightly news, NBC. What's his name? My black brother. Okay, from Chicago. All right. When he came on and they did a segment on a black couple who were having mental stress, and they picked up the phone to call to find out if there were anyone who could counsel them. And a white person answered the phone. Thank you, Lester Holt. A white person answered the phone and they said, yeah. And when they got through talking to the black couple, they hung up the phone and they says, we can't use this white person because this white person know nothing about our culture. They know nothing about our stress, our struggle. They know nothing about our religious practices, our food and our music and what we deal with. That everything that's in our culture has everything to do with our mental anguish. They can't help us. So they said, she told her husband, let's go to the yellow pages. Let's go to Google and let's see if we can find an African American who has a private practice, who is a psychologist who can help us. And they could not find one. None in that whole town. None. Lester Holt, Amber, not Lester Brown. They could not find one in the whole town. But many of y'all got psychology degrees. What are you doing with it? What are you doing with it? They couldn't find a private practice in their town where African American can be counseled by an African American psychologist. But their degrees by the thousands out there. What are y'all doing with the degree? Huh? Can y'all tell me? Can y'all tell me? Because what y'all doing is you're going to your pastor for psychological advice. Why? Why? My pastor counseled me, and then he counseled me, and I got married. He says, okay, son, I can't counsel you no more. I'm going to send you to someone who got degrees on the wall, because this is above my pay grade. And he sent me to a psychologist for family counseling, because my pastor, God rest his soul, Bishop Carlos Moody, he realized that he could not take me no further. He said, I can only take you here, and I can't take you no further. That's above my grade. I can give you all the spiritual advice in the world, but when it comes to that which is natural, he said, I can't help you. And he sent me downtown where I was paying somebody $100 an hour to help me up here. So what are y'all doing with your degrees? You went to school for it. What are you doing with it? Why won't you just continue? Why don't you go a little further with it? Huh? Why can't you just go a little further with it and help our African American brothers and sisters out? Because let me tell you, the church has kept more folks mentally bound than any organization that I know outside of the Democratic and Republican Party. Did y'all hear what I said? The church is a place where the mentally ill worship. It's in your praise. I did a show called It's That Mental Illness. It's in your praise. Did anybody remember me doing that show? Go to YouTube and type that in. Mental illness, it's in your praise. You remember that show? Go there. Go there. I went to my pastor and I told him, I said, this woman, every time she talks to me, she's speaking in tongues. When she's mad, she speaks in a tongue. And I was robing my pastor at that time. It was first Sunday of Jacoby. You know what that means. I was robing him, Charlie Milam. I was robing him up. And he says, let me tell you, son, He says, I noticed in my 60 years of being a pastor that it's the ones who speak in tongues the most in this church are the most craziest. My pastor said that. My pastor said that. The church has breathed and gave birth to mental illness folks. Why? Because of taboo. You can't talk about it. It's too deep for you. Your answer is, give me some oil. Something wrong with you, baby? Give me some oil. Let me pray. That's your healing right there. Now get up and go home and go back to attacking folks, acting a fool in the streets and in the school and molesting children, all kind of stuff. That's your answer to mental illness in the church. Go ahead, give me the thumbs down. You think I care? I see your comments. I don't care what you're saying about me. I don't care. You ain't paying none of my bills. I've been saying on Facebook for years that there are so many in the pew. I'm trying to tell y'all have breathed mentally ill folks. Yes, you have. And they keep coming back to the church for more of that medicine. And it ain't healing nobody because you lost your power. You lost your power. It's gone. You understand what I'm saying? It's gone. This pandemic showed us all how crazy you are. You understand what I'm saying? Warren Buffett said, when the tides go back out, that's when you can tell who was swimming naked. When the pandemic came, that's when you knew who was swimming naked, who was not prepared. And all the crazy folks came out the woodwork. So it's not that there are more police killing black folks. No. No. That ain't it. I wish I had my box of tricks. Okay? It's not that there's more cops killing black folks. It's more cell phones out there. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It's more cell phones that's catching it. See, prior to that, cops been beating the hell out of us for generations. And we weren't able to capture it. Now we're capturing it, and now you're listening to us because there it is. It's in your face. But we've been showing you on our cell phones for at least 15 years. We've been showing you, and they're like, all right, dismiss, not guilty, dismiss, not guilty. The world can't take it no more. We've been beaten, burned for generations. It's ridiculous. So miss me. So let me tell you this. I will continue to support black businesses. You understand what I'm saying? Hear me. I will continue to support black businesses. I have been blessed to eat from a black woman or man's hands every day for weeks. From a black man's hand or a black woman's hand. I'm not talking about the black man or the black woman work at Subway. I'm talking about either going to a black restaurant or someone cooking for me if I'm not cooking it myself. All right? From the hands of a black. Been feeding me. And I have been blessed immensely. All right. So when I get hungry, I have to unfortunately plan my eating day out because black businesses are this big. And depending on where you live, you may have to travel far. So I got to go all the way to the suburbs to eat lunch because I want to support a black business. And the black businesses are not ready yet. They're not prepared for the uptick in people overtaking their businesses, because now we're all about this black. So the black businesses, they don't have the staff to take care of us. So I can go up the subway and I'm in and out of there in 5 minutes, but I have to wait 30 minutes or so to eat at the black restaurant. Well, that's cool. My daughter took me out to eat, and it was about 2 hours before we can get up in that sucker. But I says, I'm willing to wait 2 hours to support my brother. You understand? So they're not equipped. So y'all gotta help us. If you want to support black folks, all right, you gotta help them. Get them up to a par where they can get some hired folks in there. But outside of that, I'm tired of y'all. I ain't marching with you. Not doing it. I'm not marching with Black Lives Matter, Red Lives Matter, Purple or Future Lives. I'm not marching with none of y'all. Not gonna do it. I have been helping the African American community by adopting your spoiled rug rat. Yours. They can't even talk to you. You pastors out there especially, your kids can't call you or talk to you because what they got to say, they feel that you're gonna do this. They can't talk to you. Sensible. So they call Uncle Sir. Uncle Sir, listen, I got a problem. And if I tell my daddy, he gonna go off on me. So I gotta tell it to you. These are your kids, because you spend too much time at the church house and your house is in disarray. And I often quote from Timothy on how Paul's letter to him says, how could you operate in the church of God this way with this kind of control and your house is in disarray? Your children don't respect you. The bank don't like you. The hospitals, you go to this corner store, they hate you when you walk up in there because you mean and honorary. It's ridiculous. So they call me. So that's how I'm helping the black community. One little rug right at a time. But y'all at large and out there marching and pillaging and trying to get policies changed and all that stuff. Now, miss me with that. I can't help y'all. Yeah, y'all call your friends. Don't call my house. I'm gonna change my phone number. Yeah, I'm gonna change my phone number. Yeah, I'm changing my phone number. I'm gonna get Sprint, because if I get Sprint, then your calls will never get through. Yeah, miss me with this. All right. So now there are people who are in the hospital here in Chicago. I don't know if they're going to survive or if they're going to die. I don't know. Pray for the families and pray for those who were shot and pray for those gang members. All right. All we can do right now is pray. Meanwhile, the neighborhoods are afraid. They're fearful. They're living in terror in their own neighborhoods. They don't know if they should tell, because then their houses will be attacked. Their houses will be attacked. And so we've got to do something. All right. So get your house in order, because if you're on the airplane and that mask come down, they say, don't put the mask on the kid. Put the mask on your big nose. Okay, I got one. Put the mask on your big nose first. How you gonna help somebody else and you can't breathe? Yeah, right, Amber. I got flat feet. Yeah. All right. So I see the comments. I see all the comments. And if you don't see your comment up there, it's because I see your comments over here. And I know your spirit. I know your spirit. See, the Lord uses me. I have a great discerning of spirits. And I get a glance of the comments over there, and then my spirit tells me, put that on the Jumbotron. Ignore that fool right there. Because all they doing is they want to come over here and divide and try to conquer. When you give foolish people an opportunity, all right, to come in the house in the house of peace. We a lot of fools up in here, and that all they do, they want to shut up, they want to shake up stuff and fart all over the place, okay, and boo boo over here and all this stuff. You don't let them in the house. So I see you, but I don't see you. Yeah, I see you, but I don't see you. The fact that I spent that much time on your foolish self, that was a waste of my. I can't get that 1 minute back. I can't get that 1 minute back. Yeah. Don't let them fools in here. Come on, Chris. You don't let the fools in, because let me tell you something. If you're preaching the gospel the way I do, and ain't nobody attacking you, you ain't preaching the gospel. You ain't preaching. When folks say, I sure enjoyed you today, and they full of stuff, you didn't preach the gospel. You understand what I'm saying? You didn't preach the gospel, because the devil knows who Jesus Christ is. And the Bible says the demons tremble. When they saw him walking in the room, they said, whoa, is that you, Jesus? Whoa, hold your horses. Not right now. It's not our time. And then they begged Christ, hey, listen, don't cast us into the deep, but can you, let's see, hurry up, say something. Oh, there's some pigs over there. Put us in the pigs. And Jesus said, all right, go to the pigs. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't entertain foolishness. I preach the gospel, and I wanted to offend you, and it looked like it's working. It's working, because I see the comments. It's working. I see the thumbs down. The gospel of Jesus Christ is working, because you're offended. And Jesus says, it's not you that they hate. He said, they hated me first. So they're going to put you in jail and prison, persecute you. He said, but they're doing it because of me. Me. Mm-hmm. Blessings to you, Clara. Thank you. I used to have a sign. I used to have something for you first time. There it is right there. First time listener. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Clara to this. All right. Yeah. June, good to see you. June McLean, my dearest sister. All right. So let me wrap this up. Let me wrap it. Let me wrap this up. Chicago is not at war. Do you understand what I'm saying? We're still not at war. We're almost 3 million strong, and per capita, the numbers are still small compared to the other 10 and 15 other small cities that's on the worst city list. And it might be your city. Chicago's still not on that list. But if you put 400 people in your house, the 400 people who died in Chicago, put them in your house. That's a lot of people in your house, ain't it? Well, that's how many people died from January until now. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, that's it, Margaret. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child. Yeah, that's how many people died. All right? So be careful to make something really light when that's 400 folks. Mm-hmm. Keep preaching the unadulterated amen, Annette. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. Thank you, Ella. I said your name right this time. I hate saying your name right. Ella. Okay? Chicago is doing business as usual. As usual. Mm-hmm. June, leave me alone. June, you better not text me after the show. You better not text me. You better go straight to bed and tell Tony don't text me either. Y'all go straight to bed after this show. Don't do it. All right, now, Clock Keeper got me at a 1 minute timeline. Listen. Oh man, this is hard. This is hard for me, y'all. This is hard. This came in yesterday, y'all. I don't know if you can see it. Hey, Nakia, you here? This is Positive vibes only. PVO. This is some good stuff right here. It's too bright because I got a lot of light on my camera here. But this is black owned right here. Black owned. This is black owned, y'all. When I see trinket stuff like this, and I know black folks made it, I love it. Send it to me, because I'm going to promote it. I'm going to promote it like it's my very own. I sip out of this stuff some night. It keeps that stuff hot and it's cold. All right. That comes from our dear sister Nakia. She might be here somewhere. She's there somewhere. I don't know. All right. Hit her in the inbox or hit her on her wall. Bronzeville, Nakia Bronzeville. She's there somewhere. And that's one of her products. That's her brand. All right. I love to support African American business. If you got something, hey, send it to me. And I got you. Yes. Chris MC is asking what's the name of that site. Hey, Nakia, hopefully you'll see this, Nakia, if you signed off and you're coming back and watch the replay. But I need you to find Chris's comment there and put it up under that. Positive vibes only. Okay. And I'm not sure if that's the name of the website as well. Okay. Nakia Bronzeville. She was here. I saw her. Where are you, girl? I saw her in the comments. Yes, I saw her in the comments. There she is. There she is. Y'all see her? She's right here. She's right here. Can y'all do me a favor? If 100, there's about 140 of y'all. If just half of y'all support Nakia with this product, the Lord will bless her. The Lord will bless her. Come on, Christmas in July. Yes, bombard her website. Nakia, here's your opportunity. The door is wide open. Put your website down there. The people want to know who are you and what you got. Because the people of God wants to bless you. All right? And this is how they are. I'm a perfect example of that. My book, where is it? My book here, The 4 Women That Men Desire, this book right here, man, it's sold like hotcakes. That first 2-3 months, it was jumping off because the people heard about it before I even wrote the book. They was supporting it financially because they know that if I'm gonna produce something, it's gonna be quality. All right. And so that's what I'm trying to get you all to do. I'm doing an editorial tomorrow. I'll post it. It won't be live, so there won't be no distractions. But I'm gonna do an editorial tomorrow on this whole thing that's going on right now. Okay. All right. There she is. Nakia put her information in there. All right. All right. Yes. I'm gonna teach you how to do that, though. I'm gonna teach you how to do that. But there it is. It's a lot. So see, there. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. That's the face right there, y'all. Okay, for those of you who are on YouTube, it's right there. You have to turn your phone that way so you can see all of it, landscape, and that's her information right there. Okay, support her. She's a good woman. She's a good woman. The Lord has blessed her. Yes, the Lord has blessed her and her children. All right. And I want to be a blessing to her as well. All right. Okay, y'all. The clock keeper is calling the police. Yes, check it out, Pitts. Check it out. Amen. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you so much. You know, you can tell the people of God, you can tell when they show up because of the humble spirit. Those who have the fruit of the spirit, you can tell, you can spot them. And this is why I keep telling y'all, you can't, I'm gonna do my editorial tomorrow about this, but you can't keep running to these dreamers and these prophets and these people who said, I got a word from the Lord. You keep running to them and you don't know what the word of you haven't heard from God. You don't know the word yourself. He does not rest and rule and reside in you. So because that there's no communication or commune with God and his Holy Spirit, when someone comes to you and tell you they got a word from the Lord, you go running to them. Because Many people are looking for God. It's those of you who said you have the gift of discerning of spirits and you have the gift of word of knowledge and word of wisdom. Tap into that thing, and then you can try the Spirit by the Spirit of God. Come on. Tam said she buying one right now. Yes, yes. Come on. God is watching. Amen. Yes, yes. Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris. Chris, you all right. You all right by me. I don't know you, but one day we'll break bread. Amen. Blessed to you, cousin. She said, I won't say your real name. That's cousin, y'all. All right. Okay. Y'all keep blessing her. Missed a few minutes. Yeah, had to take a shower. Let me see. All right, y'all. I got to go. I love y'all. Again, pray for the city of Chicago, especially in the areas, those neighborhoods where there's always shooting in those areas. All right. So keep praying for us. We need you. We definitely need you. All right. Be looking out for my editorial tomorrow. Hopefully I can get it out there tomorrow, and I'll go a little deep on some things I need you to watch out for. Okay. Because it's getting out of control. Today was the day when black folks was acting crazy anyway. Two women went out there to paint Black Lives Matter. That didn't happen today, but it happened within my circle. They out there with the black paint. Y'all saw that? And they speaking in tongues and talking about Jesus Christ, this and that, and Donald Trump is the Lord of all. And they doing all this with Black Lives Matter. Okay. And I said, oh God. And then Kanye shows up, and his wife and his mother-in-law trying to get him to some mental care. Okay. And what else crazy happened today other than Chicago? Something else crazy happened today. And I can't keep up with you black folks today. I just can't. I'm tired of you. I'm just tired of you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Glad to. Yes. Amen, Nakia. Amen. Yeah, I'm tired of you. Yeah. So I haven't been on for a few days because my computer had died. It broke it. It broke it. So what y'all are watching me on a repaired, an old computer, but it's a refurbished computer. You're watching me on a refurbished computer. All right. So we're back up and going. But I have to. Anyway, long story. Thank God I'm back. All right. Hit the share button. If you're on YouTube, take your anointed finger or thumb and bam, slash the like button. All right. There's some folk with the thumbs down right next to it. Ignore them. And hit that like button right now on YouTube. And so that the gospel will be preached all over the world. Okay. And if you're on Facebook, go ahead and hit the share button. There's about 131 of y'all left. Go ahead and hit the share button so that people can understand that we're going to be okay. Okay? Y'all keep your heads up, will you please? For me, Uncle Sir, can you keep your head up? Keep your head up. Keep your head to the sky. Yeah. I'm back, Clarence. I'm blinkety black. Bye. Bye. Oh, wait. That's Marlon, y'all. When Marlon speaks, I love him. Bye.
Goodbye. 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 Enjoy yourself. Bye. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.